playoffs mean to me?
That's it.
Well, I've been saying it all along, all year. I think that the playoffs are, it's the pinnacle of every season. It's what you play for. It's what every hockey player wants to be judged and remembered on. All my best memories come from the playoffs, and it's a time of year when basically, like I said, it's the pinnacle, and whatever you did before the playoffs doesn't matter because everyone remembers what you do in the postseason, and you're judged by it for the rest of your career. And there's a lot of good hockey players who've never won anything and never played well in the playoffs, and you don't want to be that guy. You want to be a guy who's known as a gamer, a Gary Roberts type playoff player. And I think if you ask any hockey player if he'd rather win a scoring title or a championship with his team, he'll take the championship anytime, and I think that's what playoff means to most players. Or as a fan, that's a good question actually. I had a lot of fond memories back as a kid watching the playoffs. Unfortunately, my NHL team of choice is the Toronto Maple Leafs, so the playoff memories haven't been that great. But probably my favorite one as a fan would have been I think it was the 1992 Stanley Cup playoffs when a young player, you can Google him, named Nikolai Borshevsky scored an overtime winner against the Detroit Red Wings for the Maple Leafs, and he had an on-ice interview with CBC at the time, and he couldn't speak a lick of English, and the cameras came around him, and everyone was partying on the ice, and he couldn't even put a sentence together. It was pretty funny. But as a player, I think probably our first championship, it was pretty awesome in Kissimmee at the Silver Spurs Arena. We had locked down the championship, the first in Ice Bears history, and we were just flooded onto the ice, and they were trying to do some skate with the fans at the end of the game, and they've been trying to usher us off the ice, and it was like 88 degrees at ice level, and we were sweating, and we were just so exhausted, and we were smoking cigars and hugging each other on the ice. I remember hugging Jamie Ronayne and having him being so exhausted from playing his heart out and sweating all night that he just kind of collapsed on top of me. It was pretty cool. And then I remember I still have the tape of Mark Atnev doing the play-by-play and saying, "The Ice Bears win, and I'm out of here. I'm going to run down on the ice and celebrate." And he cut it right off, and you can see Atnev run down on the ice. And I think that just really emulates the SPHL at this level and how close the whole organization is. The fact that the media guy was able to run down out of the radio booth to join us on the ice. So that would probably be my two most favorite memories.
Weird.
My strategy?
Yeah.
Well, it might seem like a funny question, but it's not. There's a lot of strategy to it. I've done this for a lot of years, and there's an art to it. Yeah, you got to, first of all, in the SPHL, because even if you go all the way in the SP, playoffs don't last much longer than 2 weeks. So anyone who can grow a proper playoff beard in 2 weeks, I take my cap off to you. You have to start a little early. So because we wanted to play playoff hockey early on, I started growing my beard. So you got to really be careful with it. I've chosen to go with the full beard up here, and I tended the neck a little bit because the neck beard tends to get pretty raunchy and fairly irritating. So what I've been doing is once it gets to a certain length, you can feel every time it starts to itch, it's going to grow in a little bit more. So when it starts to itch, you get a little bit of conditioner. I've got it right here behind the desk, actually. A little Dove conditioner. Throw it in the beard. Rub it in there, maybe comb it in with a toothbrush. And do that a couple times a day to keep the itch away, keep that greasy look out of it, and hopefully get a nice flow when it grows in. Mine actually starts to turn red after a little while, so I'm really going to have the leprechaun look going here in the next couple of weeks.
Some guy's sweating.
How's that?
Beautiful.
I scare a lot of people with that.
Iceman!